level doubts at the author and those people who study his book and are influenced by his da'wah. And they say people are being killed in the world, the Muslims are weak, people are not praying salah in the masjid. All you're talking about is, where is Allah? All you're talking about is the oneness of Allah. Everyone says, La ilaha illallah. Brother, leave this alone. Let's go and help these people. Let's go and do something proactive. Imam Muhammad, rahimahullah, made this, and this shows you why this doubt is false. He made these principles the very basis of his da'wah. He didn't come and tell people, well, that fiqhi opinion of yours is wrong, or we should be helping those people who are being tormented over there, because torment is from the sunnah of Allah. What's happening in Burma right now, and Syria right now, and all these places, it's nothing new to 2016 or 17 or 18. It's been happening since, like we've said at the very beginning, that there's always been this battle between right and wrong. Always been there. But right will only become triumphant when it places its priorities correctly. And if we look at what Shaykh Muhammad did, irrespective of those people who blamed him in his time and after his time, these four principles he focused on, and he didn't move on until it became firm. And as a result, what happened? A country was established. A whole country was established. Mecca, Medina was liberated, and people weren't doing shirk there anymore. And if we go back to the introduction that we had last year of Salat al-Usul, the first lesson that we did, we talked about some of the seerah and some of the benefits of Imam Muhammad's life, rahimahullah, and we talked about the state that he came in. I don't want to repeat myself, but Mecca at that time, Aziziyah, anybody who's been to Mecca now, go for Hajj, Umrah, Aziziyah was a brothel network. It was a brothel network. Homosexuality was open in Mecca. 100,000 reward in that land, they were doing homosexuality there. Alcohol was rampant. And one of the mashayikh and one of the historians said Medina was shut from this period to that period. The haram in Medina, the masjid itself was shut. Nobody prayed salah in that masjid for that period. This is what he came. And in where his areas in Najd, there were graves. People used to go to Jubail, to the east coast, and they used to worship the graves that were there, and they used to go to Taif and they used to worship the graves. It's no different to what the Jahiliyyah that was faced. Well, I'm not going to say no different, because I don't want to draw that parallel to the Jahiliyyah of the Quraysh, but the signs were definitely there. And the Shaykh himself wrote a treatise where he's talking about the signs of Jahiliyyah that he was faced with himself, and he drew comparisons between his situation and the Quraysh. But my point here is, look what happened. 200 years on, we're still talking about this man in this book. 200 years on, this country is still established upon Tawhid, alhamdulillah. The only country in the world where shirk is illegal. They will arrest you if you practice shirk. When you go to Mecca and Medina, they will stop you physically from practicing shirk. If you were to engage in sihr, and issuing ta'weed and these guys, you'll get arrested in Saudi Arabia. The point here is, we're not talking about political, it's not a political lecture. We're not trying to talk about in favor, but we're just talking about the effects of his da'wah. This man has reformed the world, because people in the West, people in the East, people in the North and South have benefited from these four principles. But there's another doubt, and some of them say that, well, what he came with was something new. He was a Khariji. He said Muslims, people say La ilaha illallah, and he called them kuffar. He said this person is doing shirk.